So this is a new thing for Arsenal to be scared of. And to be honest with you, all I can say is give me a break. Give me a break, Jamie Carragher. What are you talking about? The disrespect to Manchester City, the disregard for Pep Guardiola, this notion that Liverpool have fallen off and they can't be back and they won't be back. Personally, I find a little bit disingenuous at best. But the idea that this isn't going to be a hard and tough and close race, I just think is intellectually dishonest at every single level. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe. Please share this content across your social media platforms as well. We've hit 82,000 subscribers. We keep growing. We keep getting bigger. So a big thank you to all of you. But this is the headline and the post today from Jamie Carragher and the Daily Telegraph. And you'll see the strapline, which is Haaland is the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen in England and the main threat to Arsenal's hopes of ending their title drought. Bullshit. BS. Of course, not the statement about him being the greatest goal scorer. You all know I believe that. In fact, I don't think he's the best goal scorer the Premier League's ever seen. I think he's the best goal scorer that European football has ever produced. I would go that far. As a goal scorer, we have seen nothing like it. He's on an absolute different planet. Up to this age. Let's see what he does in the next decade, 15 years. But up to now, best goal scorer we've produced. It's the second part of that statement, which I find to be bullshit. That he is the main threat to Arsenal's title hopes. I don't like this. I don't like it because I don't believe in the concept of a one-man team. I think the idea, the concept, the belief, the pushing, it's again, fans do it. Oh, Van Persie carried you. Eden Hazard carried you. Salah carried Liverpool last year. I get why fans do it. Fans have done this my entire life. They've done this for decades. I'm sure they did it before I was born as well. What we try to do on a regular basis is downplay how good our rivals are and the achievements they accomplish. We've done this on a regular basis. But again and again, what I keep seeing from the mainstream media is this want. And I think it's because the newspapers, like the Telegraph, the broadcasters like Sky Sports, TalkSport, they look at fan content and go, look how viral it goes. Look how engaging it is. We've got to copy it. And I understand that the mainstream media, in terms of people picking up newspapers and reading them, watching terrestrial television, is dying. And even apps that have billions of pounds backing them, like DAZN, like, Sky Sports as a channel, they're not getting views like YouTube get views. You go onto YouTube, you watch a video, you watch the next one, the next one, the next one. You can go onto Instagram and you might flick for a few hours. And eventually your algorithm is built around what you like. For instance, on my Instagram, I barely see football. It's more kind of based on comedy, funny skits, and kind of... I see a lot of videos come up that it shows you a snippet from a YouTube video, but then it's about reviewing the comments. I love reading the comments on funny YouTube videos. I find it... I saw a video the other day of this short guy kicking off in a bagel shop or a bakery in New York. And he gets into an argument with some of the other customers. It's all a little bit messy. And he's just moaning. He's been horrible to women because women take the mick out of him being short. And it's mildly amusing. The comment section is gold. The top comment on there reads, "Cashier, excuse me, sir, you're $1 short." He said, "What the fuck did you call me?" Right? If you watch the context of the video, an amazing comment. So I get a lot of that on my algorithm. Why do I bring that up? Because the mainstream media is now trying to make content to talk about football in the same way that fans are, because it's more digestible, they think, in short format content. And what it's leading to is headlines like this. What it's leading to is fan analysis, banter, being taken seriously. It took me a little while to realize this. I just thought that everybody was as bad as one another. And I don't necessarily like that kind of content from fans, but I understand it fully. What I don't want to see is that coming from professional journalists, because we'll get to Liverpool in a moment and we're going to get to Arsenal. But when it comes to Man City, they're not a one-man team. Yes, Erling Haaland is scoring the majority of their goals. But one, I'm quite convinced others are going to start scoring goals soon. We saw that in the Champions League. Two, what about all the people creating those goal-scoring opportunities? Erling Haaland is not renowned for creating his opportunities and chances from nothing. Who's playing the through balls? Who's crossing the balls? How is the ball being worked into positions to create those opportunities? That is a team effort. You then look at a man like Donnarumma, that since joining, there has been a transformation at the back. So much more solid. When they do get penetrated, when they do have opportunities against them, the saves he's coming up with are absolutely brilliant. So the idea of saying that Haaland is the main threat to Arsenal, it's so disrespectful to that City team. Plus, of course, Pep Guardiola, who has adapted and changed their style to get the best out of what he's got. I don't like the idea of disregarding it. Why? Because if the mainstream makes that real, if the mainstream makes it that that's how football's being analysed, we're going to start undoing a lot of great work from managers and players and just start this notion of one-man teams. I don't like it. It's nasty. It's dirty. And we must push back against it. The next element about this headline I don't like is what you see Jamie Carragher quote, which is, Arsenal should not be scared of Liverpool. They should fear Haaland. And when you read the article and when you break it down, there's a word they use in movies, foreshadowing. There's a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of, Liverpool not a threat anymore, Liverpool not in a title race anymore, Liverpool not this, Liverpool not that. That's what it's kind of alluding to. And I think it's utterly ridiculous. There's one of two things going on. Jamie Carragher trying to play it down, so if they come back into the race, they can make it sound like a massive win and a kind of unexpected, nobody saw it coming. Or he truly does think Liverpool are bad. And they're not going to turn it around. They're 4 points off top. We're 8 games into the season. The run-in is the last 10 matches. It's so early. Both Neville and Carragher in the past 24 hours have both done it in different ways, but are making this title race sound like it's all but a foregone conclusion. But in this case, but Haaland might stop them. Haaland alone isn't going to stop Arsenal. It's impossible. Because if defensively they leak goals, if the midfield is losing possession and not getting the ball into goal-scoring areas, that is what will stop. Those are two much bigger reasons that will stop City from winning the league than a few Haaland goals drying up. There's no doubt about that. Arsenal, they should fear Liverpool. And I don't mean the players sit there quivering in their boots. I'm just talking about understanding Liverpool are still a good team. They're not going to rest on their laurels. They're not going to sit there and expect Liverpool now to fall away. And I don't think fans should either. Now, they could end up not improving Liverpool. Liverpool may end up not being anywhere near the title. They might be excluded from the title race come December, come January, come February. This could happen. I'm not sitting here and pretending that it isn't. But no one's really making the statements again. These are half-baked, they're half-baked, almost irrelevant points being made. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Could Haaland score enough goals and could City play well enough to win the league? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's more than just him. Should Liverpool be written off? Should Liverpool be considered out of this title race? No. I still have Liverpool as my marginal favourites. I thought my mind may have changed after the Man United defeat, but it hasn't. I still think Arsenal are a fantastic team. I still think Arsenal have been brilliant this year and have got gears and levels to go up. But so do Liverpool. Now, Liverpool may not get to that point. Liverpool just may not click this season. It might get worse. That's a possibility. But if I was to put a bet on this, I'm still more in favour of Liverpool getting better. Isak finding his feet, Wirtz getting to his absolute best, Kerkez settling, Salah getting back to his best. That all feels more likely to me than Liverpool maintaining this level. I still think City are going to get better this season as well. And I think too much has been done. A few weeks ago, these same journalists were writing off City, completely writing them off, no title race, and I think might struggle for top 4. Now they're a one-man team that could stop Arsenal. They're kind of pitching it up as that Arsenal should win this league. Only Haaland can stop them. Liverpool should be written off. When it was only 3 weeks ago, they were writing an article saying that if Arsenal don't beat Newcastle, the title race is over. It's so premature. Now, you can have your opinions. Your opinions can and should change over the course of a season when you're asked that question again. But this writing off of all three teams, 1 week writing them off, the next week they're favourites, the next week they're a one-man side, the next week they're cooking, it's got to slow down. I get it from football fans, but from ex-pros, from professional pundits, from highly educated journalists that have access to the training grounds, the managers, the players, do better. Do so much better than this. Please do me a favour and hit that like button. Again, the algorithm is not the friend of the small independent channels. So the more times you hit that like button, you share and subscribe. Turn the bell notification button on as well if you'd be so kind, so you know when we post new content. You'll find it next to the subscribe button. But thank you to all of you. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. I'll see you soon.